Hi everyone, this is Andrew Tai and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to sell a broken MacBook. So lots of people think that when their computer is broken that they can just throw it away, and if they don't want to repair it and spend the money on it, then it basically has no value. But this is not true. There's a lot of people out there who buy and resell and repair MacBooks, and it's well worth reselling even if it's broken. And Apple products in particular have really good resale value. Now in front of me I've got this MacBook Pro which has a broken screen, and what I'm going to do is show you how to value this MacBook and then also how to list it to sell on eBay. So the first thing that you need to do is find what the model number of the MacBook is. So this particular MacBook, the screen is broken, and it's possible to check the serial number by turning the computer over and looking at the bottom case. So on the bottom case in very small print, there's a serial number which you should write down. You can also find the serial number by going into the Apple logo on the top left of the screen and then clicking About This Mac, and the serial number will be written there. Once that's done, what you need to do is type into Google Mac serial, and you'll have several websites where you can use to check the serial number of your computer. So I'm going to use everymac.com, and I'm going to paste the serial number of this MacBook Pro. So what we have here is some detail about what this computer is, when it was made, etc., and what model number it is. So what we can do is click on this to give more detail, and it gives a list of the specifications of the computer here, which are very, very useful. So the most important thing is that we know what kind of computer it is. So we can copy and paste this into eBay and see how much this is selling for on eBay. So I'm just going to remove some of these identifiers so that we have a more broad search. This is what people are trying to sell the MacBook Pro 2015 for. So this one's received a certain number of bids, and this one's received a certain number of bids, and because of the time left we can see that it's actually going to sell for quite a lot of money. But the actual best way to check the actual value of actually sold items is to go down into this left section here and find the completed button. So this completed items will show you the final sale price of auctions. So a working early 2015 MacBook Pro sells for £474 in this instance. And I think another modifier that we want to do is to check this condition for parts or not working. And this is going to tell us a bit more about people selling the computer which are faulty, right? So we can see here the Apple MacBook Pro 2015 has a fault, and this one has sold for £220. So that's quite a lot of money for something that a lot of people thought was just junk. So this one has a cracked screen, no visible areas, otherwise fully functional, small ding. Okay, this is very similar to the MacBook that I've got as well. And here we have as well another parts only MacBook Pro 2015, and the only issue is that we have liquid damage and there's no power, right? So you can see that people still buy these computers even though they are completely broken for most normal end users. So what I'm going to do now is show you that I've actually sold this computer for, I think, a slightly better price than what you might have gotten in other situations. So for example, this one's quite a similar one which went to £220 for bidding. Let's log into my account and show you how much I've sold my MacBook for. So when I listed my MacBook, what I did was I used the details from the Every Mac website, and I used it to complete some of the conditions of the computer. I also took lots of good photographs which indicated the condition of the laptop. For this one we had a faulty screen, and there might be other internal issues, so I've just tried to describe that as clearly as possible here. and you can see that my sale price of £300 has done quite well, and compared to other listings on this website, I chose to do mine as a buy it now for 300, and I sold it for 240 as an offer, which I accepted. So this particular MacBook has quite a good resale value, even though it's completely broken. And you can compare them here using the completed and the 4 parts are not working tags on the side here. So you can see here that the buy it now price was £300, but I was made several offers by several different buyers, and what I ended up counter offering was 240, and I accepted this offer in the end, and I've sold it for what I think is a pretty good price. I don't like waiting for auctions, and I think that selling directly is quite a good idea. So here I'm just double checking the status of the MacBook. I'm just going to plug in the cable to see that the computer's still functioning correctly. So that screen turns on, even though this screen is completely broken, and I can see the tab key is working. If I close the lid, the screen should switch. Yep, and that's all correct. So it's all ready to package up now. So the other thing you need to make sure to do is to have your data wiped from the computer so that the person who buys it from you doesn't have access to your data. So all you need to do is to go into recovery mode, into disk utility, and then make sure to wipe the internal solid state drive here. So the good thing with this MacBook is that I managed to acquire the original box. So I've got the charger and the manuals and everything. So what I'm going to do is just put this in the box, and then I'm going to wrap the box properly as well. So luckily I've also got one of these MacBook exterior boxes as well, which is for one of the slightly different 13-inch models, but it still fits. And then we're just going to make sure it's all packed nice and securely and send it off.
Anyway, I hope you found this video useful. If you've ever sold a broken MacBook before, please leave a comment. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tech video.